What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time joining me, my name is Vicky and I am a yoga teacher. I will be taking you through a flow for menstruation. This flow is just really great for releasing tension across your hips. This can help with menstrual cramping. And yeah, we'll start on our feet today, just facing along your mat. Taking your feet a little bit wider than the hips. Starting with the hands on the hips. Pushing your hips down towards your heels as you lift your chest up. And this will create a bit of length across your abdomen. And then think about taking the breath in and sending it to that open abdomen. Taking another deep breath in, sending it to your belly. Another deep breath. Sending it to the belly. Using Ujjayi breath, if you're familiar with this. Inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. And exhale. Opening up the eyes. Inhale, taking your hands up above the head, palms touch. Exhale, flipping the palms up and stretching to the right. Holding here, rooting down through both feet evenly into the mat. Taking another inhale here. And exhale, releasing up through the center. Inhale here. And exhale, taking your hands to the left. Rooting down through that right foot. And exhale, pressing through the feet as you rise through center. Inhale here, stretching up as tall as you can. And exhale, bending the knees as you dive gently all the way down to the ground. Fingers come to the mat. Bending through your knees enough that you can rest your chest completely on top of your thighs. Dropping the head down, swaying the head from side to side, just making sure that you're not holding any tension in the head and the neck. Fully supporting your upper body on your knees. From here, walking your fingers a little bit forward, looking forward, and then taking one hand at a time to your shins. Inhale as you extend your legs straight, suck the belly in, and then open your shoulders and chest, coming into a halfway lift here in a wide-legged stance. So really drawing your lower belly up and in as you extend your chin a little bit forward, just gazing in front of you. Taking one more inhale. And with your exhale, allowing your hands to brush down your legs all the way back to the ground, bending the knees, dropping your chest onto your thighs, and allowing your head to hang free again. Okay. Beginning to heel toe your feet a little bit wider. Preparing for Malasana or Yogi squat. So your feet should be a little bit wider than the hips. And then taking your toes, pointing them to face out, heels are facing in slightly as you begin to sit down into your yogi squat. Just finding that comfortable width of the feet. Trying to come all the way down so that you can sit fully into your squat. If you are not able to get here, you can roll up your mat and place the mat underneath your hips for support. Or if you have some yoga blocks or a bolster, you can use that, or cushions, just allowing your hips to be supported in a higher position. So wherever you are, just bringing your hands into prayer and then pushing your elbows into the inner legs, allowing the hips to open here. And breathing. You might feel tight in the hips today. This is very normal during menstruation, as the body is a bit more tense across your whole pelvic region at this time. So we're just gently here, sending the breath to the inner hips. And then dropping your right hand to the inside of your right knee. Just pressing gently that right hip open as you take your left fingers up to the sky for a side stretch. Breathing here, opening your left chest up and switching sides. Left hand to inside of the left leg, opening up through that left knee. As you take your right fingers up to the sky, opening the right chest. Breathing here. And releasing. Okay, fingers in front of you on the ground, lifting the hips up, flipping the toes to face forward, coming down into a forward fold here, bending the knees as much as you need. This time grabbing opposite elbows and just swaying, allowing yourself to be like a super heavy rag doll, just rocking from side to side, working with your lower back, the back of the hamstrings, encouraging the whole back side of the body to soften, to release tension. And then swinging your head from side to side, saying yes, saying no, just making sure that the neck is loose. Okay, releasing fingers to the ground. Pressing through the feet and rolling one vertebra at a time all the way up to stand, allowing your neck to be the last part of the spine that rises up. Okay, well done. We will now move through a little bit more of a standing flow, encouraging the hips to open. So taking your feet a little bit wider, coming into horse stance, or this is also known as goddess squat in some styles of yoga. So just finding a comfortable position where your heels are in, your toes are out, and we're trying to open up the knees here as much as possible. I personally am quite tight in this pose. This has a lot to do with my anatomy of my hips. I am never super open since I was a small child. So try not to judge your body here. Just go to the point that feels comfortable for you, where you feel a nice gentle stretch. Opening the chest, sitting down low, bringing your hands onto your heart. And we'll just do a bit of a breathing exercise here. So taking your hands forward with the inhale, palms flip up, opening up the chest. And exhale, bringing the hands back, reversing it, hands come into heart. We'll do 3 more of these. Inhale. Exhale, back to heart. One more. Bringing your hands up to your third eye or the center of your forehead, and standing, bringing the toes in, releasing the hands down. Okay, now opening up the arms, swiveling your right foot so that the toes point forward, and then making sure that your back left foot is parallel to the back of the mat, coming into warrior 2, bending into your front right knee, opening up through the hips here. Opening the chest. You want to try and keep heavy in your lower body and light and buoyant in the upper body, feeling a gentle stretch across the inner hips here. Looking over your front middle finger, relaxing shoulders away from the ears, opening across the shoulder blades. Breathing here. Pressing through the back knife edge of the back foot to sink a little bit deeper. You should feel that stretch. Okay, flipping your front palm up, reversing your warrior. Left hand to the left leg, lifting up through your right side of the chest. Inhale here. And exhale, coming through into your warrior two again. And then taking your elbow to your thigh. Left hand goes up to the sky, coming into extended side angle. You can hang out here with me, or if it's within your practice to go deeper, you can place your right hand to the outside of the right foot. Wherever you are, focus on opening up through that left shoulder and chest, stretching your left fingers up to the sky, pressing evenly through both feet, sucking the belly in to rotate your chest open. Breathing here. One more inhale. And with your exhale, dropping your left hand all the way to the inside of your right foot, swiveling onto the ball of the back foot, and then taking your right fingers up to the sky, opening up your right chest, coming into a lunging twist. If you feel like you need more length through the spine, you can come up onto the fingertips, or you can place your hand flat, just finding what works for your body proportions. Stretching your right fingers as high as you can to the sky, breathing here. Exhale, bringing that hand down, framing the foot. Okay, and then heel toeing your right foot out to the edge of the mat. Bringing your right hand to the inside of the foot, dropping the back knee down, untucking the toe, and just coming down into lizard pose. This might feel quite tight today. I am feeling it definitely. As I mentioned before, this is quite normal when you have your period to be very tight across your hips. So we'll just hang out here for a moment. Just maybe taking some light sways and movements in this pose. Whatever feels good for your body. Just kind of massaging the hips here and breathing into them. Okay, bringing your left hand to the center of the mat, taking your right hand to the inside of the right knee, and then pressing that right knee away from you, allowing your right foot to fall onto its outer edge. This should open up through that right hip a little bit deeper, opening your chest, hanging out here, breathing into those hips. And releasing, coming back to the center, heel toeing your foot back to the middle, lifting the back knee up, just coming into a runner's lunge again. And then swiveling so that your right toes face forwards and coming into Skandasana or Ninja Squat, whatever you know it as. And making sure that your extended left toes are pointing straight up to the ceiling. Then dropping your right hand to the inside of your right knee, pressing gently to open up through that inner right thigh. And then taking the left fingers up to the sky, opening up through the left chest. Breathing here. One more. Left hand to the ground, walking hands through the center, coming into a wide-legged fold in the middle. Pigeon toeing the feet so that the toes point in, heels point out, and then walking the hands back. Palms flat on the ground. Inhale to extend the chest, creating length. And then exhale, pushing into the mat with the hands to drop the head and chest down. Holding here for 3 deep breaths. Think about strengthening the legs on your inhale and softening the upper body on the exhale. One more, strengthening the legs with the inhale and softening the upper body with the exhale. Inhale, lifting the chest forward, walking fingers forward. And exhale, hands to hips, strong legs as you rise all the way up to stand. Hands to heart, closing the eyes here. Just taking a moment to reconnect with yourself, to reconnect with the breath. Just checking in with how you're feeling compared to the beginning of the practice. Taking a moment to really hear yourself, to hear your needs, to connect with your body. And opening the eyes. And we'll move into the other side. So, coming back into our goddess squat, flipping the toes out, opening up through the hips. After this, we'll move down to the ground and unwind the practice. So yeah, let's just give as much love to our other side of our body. Opening up through the chest here. Inhale. And exhale, hands back to the heart. Inhale, opening up the chest. Exhale, hands to heart. Sitting deeper. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hands to third eye. Exhale, standing and opening up the arms, coming into warrior 2, facing the other side of the mat. So bending into your left leg this time. Right foot is parallel to the back of the mat. And the same as the other side. So pressing through your back knife edge of the back foot, opening up through the chest, looking over your front middle finger. Once again, making sure that your pelvis is neutral, so your upper body is directly stacked above the hips. Pressing from your back edge of the back foot, sinking a little bit deeper into that left knee, while keeping light and open in your chest. Breathing, 1 more breath here. Flipping your front palm up. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Holding. Lifting your chest up, taking it a little bit deeper. And exhale, coming all the way through into extended side angle, elbow to thigh. Right fingers to the sky. Opening up through that right chest. If you dropped your hand to the outside of the foot on the other side, then you can do the same on this side. Wherever you are, making sure that you're pressing from your back heel, creating a long line of energy all the way up through your body. Opening up that right chest, right fingers rise strong to the sky. Inhale. And exhale. Taking your right fingers all the way to the inside of the foot. Swiveling onto the back, ball of the foot. and opening up through the left chest. Left fingers rise all the way to the sky, opening up your left shoulder. Breathing here, lunging twist. And dropping that hand down, framing the foot. Heel toeing your left foot out to the edge of the mat. Dropping back knee down, untucking toes. Coming onto both hands on the inside of your left leg. Lizard pose on the left. Once again, taking little rocks around those hips. Just really breathing, moving. Think about massaging the hips, encouraging them to lightly open, to release tension. Taking your right hand to the center of the mat, left hand to the inner left knee, and peeling that left knee away from you, allowing left foot to fall onto the outer edge, opening up through the left chest, sinking your right hip down a little bit deeper, breathing here. And releasing. Heel toeing that foot back into the center, lifting the back knee, coming back into your runner's lunge. And then swiveling that foot to face forward, coming through Skandasana. This time extending your right toes up to the sky, dropping your left hand to the inner left knee, opening up through that left inner thigh, and taking your right fingers up to the sky, opening up through that right chest. So this is a hip opener as well as a heart opener. It's an all-round pose, this. I really love Skandasana. Breathing, holding for one deep inhale. And with the exhale, hands to the ground, rising up, coming to the center for another wide-legged forward fold. This time, clasping your fingers behind the back, and then drawing your hands away from you as you drop the head and chest down, coming into a chest opener here. So really allowing those clasped hands to fall up, back and over. Feeling that beautiful opening across the shoulders and chest as you drop your head deeper towards the mat. Making sure that your feet are a little bit pigeon-toed, so toes pointing in slightly. This just helps to encourage the hamstrings to release. Holding for another 2 breaths. Allowing yourself to go deeper. With your next inhale, strong legs, pressing through the feet as you rise all the way up. And bringing the hands into the heart, closing the eyes. Once again, just taking a moment to stand here, reconnecting to yourself and to your body. Okay, opening the eyes. Well done. We will now start to wind down. So just stepping the feet in and coming all the way down to the ground to a seated position, however you want to get there. Coming into a Baddha Konasana or butterfly pose. So bringing your feet together, And then grabbing the ankles, drawing the heels in towards your hips as close as you can get them. Sitting up tall through the spine, lifting your chest, lifting your chin and looking up. Just taking a moment to create length in the spine. Inhale here. And exhale, pressing your elbows onto your inner thighs as you fold forward. Just being gentle with your body, taking your body to its edge. So your edge is where you feel about 60 to 70% tension. You don't want more than that and you don't want less than that. So just try to feel that nice, gentle, juicy point of stretching in the inner thighs. And then releasing a little bit further into the pose. So breathing into your hips. And rolling back up to seated. Extending your legs straight out, flexing through the feet. Just coming into our last seated pose here. Wide-legged forward fold. So taking your hands in front of you. For some people, just being here is enough. Just sitting tall through the spine, lifting the chest up while pressing your hips back into the mat. This is actually enough for the majority of people. So just hanging here, and you should feel a stretch in your inner thighs, closing the eyes and breathing into your inner thighs here. If you feel like you're quite flexy and you need a little bit more, you can walk the hands forward. Maybe even coming onto the elbows. Maybe lifting your palms to face up to the sky and allowing the head to drop down. Relaxing fully into the pose. The only tension you should have is flexing your toes up to the sky. The rest of the body should be fully relaxed here. We'll hold for another 3 breaths. Wherever you are, maybe you're up. You can also try facing your palms up to the sky here, or whether you're down, just breathing, relaxing, winding down. One more breath here. And releasing, crawling yourself all the way out. Bending the knees in and taking your hands a little bit behind you. We'll just finish off with some windshield wipers with the knees. Just really allowing your hips to release in our final moment of the practice. So taking your knees all the way over to the right. Breathing here. And exhale all the way over to the left. And keep flowing with your own breath. Really feeling into your own hips, your own body. Think about the breath massaging your hips, encouraging release of tension. One more to each side. And coming through the center. Just bringing your legs into a comfortable seated position, maybe taking Padmasana if that is within your practice, or just a simple cross-leg pose. Bringing your hands onto the top of the knees, sitting up tall through the spine. Allowing your shoulders and chest to relax open. Allowing your hips to sink back and down into the mat, becoming a little bit heavier. Just enjoying this moment of being fully present in your body. Everything in the future and the past can wait. And bringing your hands into your heart. Just taking a moment to seal off your practice with a bit of reflection just on your previous month, since your previous menstrual cycle. Taking a moment to think about one thing that you're super proud of, that you've achieved or that's happened in your life over the past month. Just really taking a moment to thank yourself for that gift. Thank yourself for whatever it took to manifest that in your life. And then just taking a moment to think of something that happened in the past month which you would like to release. Because as our body is releasing the old stagnant blood from our womb, this can also be an opportunity for us to release old emotions and old traumas and things that we don't want to carry with us into the next month. Okay, and bringing your thumbs up to your third eye or the center of your forehead. Just taking a moment to acknowledge your inner self, your inner wisdom, your inner guidance. Thanking yourself for showing up, for putting in the work, and just feeling incredibly grateful for this amazing female body that you have that has the capacity to bring life into the world. And taking a bow forward, taking your hands all the way to the ground if you can, or as close as you can get there, sealing off your practice. And rising up. Namaste. I really hope that you enjoyed that practice. I hope that it was as special for you as it was for me. And yeah, please, I love to hear from you guys. So please do comment or send me a message if it's something private that you wish to share with me. And as always, you know the drill. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and yeah, also turn on notifications to make sure that you do see the videos that I'm posting. And yeah, until next time, sending you lots of love, drink lots of water, take care of yourself today. You deserve it. Until next time.